This program is proudly brought to you by the Peel Dance Bar, corner of Peel and Wellington Streets, Collingwood.
Thank you. Welcome to another week on Squeal, Bent TV, Channel 31, your community station. Just before I introduce the panel and our special guest this week, I've got this, this hat was sent to me this week.
Do you have a
Dunstan's? No. This is Dunstan's earth moving equipment up in Wangaratta. Sending this cat, apparently their nephew tapes it and they get it sent up there, and all these straight couples sit around in Wangaratta and have a hoot and get pissed and watch Squeal every week. So thank you, Ian and Nikki, for the Dunstan's earth moving cat. Beautiful. And speaking of earth moving, on my far right, I'd like to introduce Monique Vanderveen.
Hello, thank you.
No problem. You go first for me. No Auslan interpreter this week, so I'll do it myself.
So was Humpty Dumpty really pushed?
He was. And I have to say thank you to Simone for my t-shirt today.
Is it a special? Or did you rip it off the back of some other woman? Next on my right, Troy Ware, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine.
It's good to be back.
I've been up the snow or something.
Been away for 3 weeks, so back now, being up in a bit of a ski bunny.
And the public have missed you terribly. The emails, the letters. Okay, on my far left, I'm going to introduce Matt. How are you this week, Matt? We haven't seen you for a couple of weeks either.
No, I've been a little bit unwell.
Unwell?
Yeah, with the whole weather change.
I was about to say that you don't look well, but I hope you're feeling a lot better now, so I won't go on there. And next to me, on my left, appropriately, we have our special guest this week, Alison Thorne. Welcome to the show, Alison.
Hi all. I would not have sat on your right. Absolutely not, against my principles.
Alison is from Radical Women, and she's here to talk a bit about an upcoming doco to celebrate Stonewall, which, as everyone knows, is the 28th of this month. Correct?
Indeed it is. You've got it right. Not the 4th of July.
And all those smart asses out there and say, you should know because you lived through it, I'll get you. I know I'll get you. So tell us a bit about this doco and when it's coming up, and you're putting it out with another group as well, aren't you?
Sure. I'm actually with the Freedom Socialist Party. We're a socialist feminist political party, and our sister organisation is Radical Women. And every year we celebrate Stonewall. It's an important part of our calendar because Stonewall symbolises the birth of the premiere screening of a documentary called The Gay Pioneers.
And this is a period actually like from prior to the actual Stonewall 1969 period. It's back before that.
It is. It's looking at like a really feisty little bunch of people in the United States.
Yeah.
And in
like us, just like
in 1965 they actually organised the first ever gay rights demonstration. They were demanding full equality. It was held in Philadelphia, and then they'd actually hold one of these events every year. They called it an annual reminder. They were very disciplined, they were very well organised, but one of the things that was very interesting about these pioneers was that they insisted that all the men dress in very clean, neat suits and ties.
Oh, so no cut-back shorts?
No, not at all. Absolutely not. All the women...
That's actually my kind of march, I must say.
All the women had to wear dresses, because part of the politics, I suppose, of what they were about was saying that they, like that they...
I am you and...
Yeah, that's it, that they were, demanding equality. So this doco is actually about these pioneers, but it's also about the impact that the Stonewall riots had on this very disciplined but fairly straight-laced civil rights movement that had been built up during the 60s. And when Stonewall came along, it really changed the character of the movement.
Yeah, you could say, I suppose, that there were a lot of people in the late 50s and 60s, even gay people, who had causes, but they didn't have a gay cause.
And that was actually...
People were being radical, but not about something that was closer to home.
That's it, and that was actually a very interesting thing because the pioneers were people who, largely came from the left, people who'd been politicised through the communist movement or through trade unions. Most of the dykes who were involved were feminists. And it was really that thing, we need a movement of our own, and that sort of is really where the motivation came in. Now, the thing I think that was fascinating about Stonewall is it couldn't have happened outside its political context. And what was really starting to happen in the late 60s, of course, we had the civil rights movement, we had the anti-Vietnam War movement, we had women's liberation starting to emerge.
Black rights.
Exactly. The Black Panthers and so on.
Yeah.
And queers began, being very much influenced by that and saying, hey, what about ours?
Now is also not a time for complacency either, is it?
Absolutely
People
not.
think we've come so far, but have we?
Absolutely not. And one of the points that we're really wanting to make is that we still actually need some of the uppity tactics today, because like these pioneers, they were very bold and they were very brave because they were starting to organise in a time where the chill of McCarthyism, was still, really hanging over people. And now, of course, we've got the situation where the Howard government is coming out with, very broad, sweeping, so-called anti-terror laws, which are, very dangerous for the queer community and for all dissenters.
Well, for anyone who's a civil libertarian,
Exactly.
in my opinion.
And in my opinion too.
Well, with Stonewall, it's like... it was 69, so there's a lot of people out there that don't really understand it, but I think everyone, doesn't matter how young you are, everyone's heard of it. It's been a big part of the gay culture. Everyone's heard the name Stonewall anyway. What was such a big turning point, do you think, really?
You're talking the Stonewall riot.
Yes.
Yeah, one of the things that made Stonewall such a turning point was that what provoked it was not unusual at all. It was another routine raid on a gay bar, on the Stonewall Inn, and it was routine, but the largely working class patrons, many of them lesbians of colour, many of them drag queens, just said enough. Some of the researchers have actually suggested that the death of Judy Garland had actually had quite an impact as well, along with the general political climate that I've already talked about.
And a bit like that movie Network, they all stuck their heads out the windows and said, we're not going to take it anymore.
Well, that's it, and that is what happened. When the police raided, it actually provoked 2 nights of riots. And those 2 nights of riots really sparked the gay liberation movement. The gay liberation movement, which took on quite a different character to what these early gay pioneers were trying to do. It went from, like a respectability, like a civil rights, democratic kind of approach to an approach of saying, we demand liberation, nothing less than full liberation. And really very exciting, and like events like our own Mardi Gras have their origins in Stonewall. The first Mardi Gras, of course, was held as a celebration of the anniversary of Stonewall.
And of course, the first Mardi Gras, they all got, what you could call the first Mardi Gras, I suppose, they all got arrested as well. So it's just repeating itself a bit there. Look, we're going to just chat a little bit about Stonewall fundraising, actually, Monique, aren't we?
Are we?
Yeah.
We are. So down here, Tony, we on there? Yeah. Greyhound Hotel having a fundraiser for us. That's Vent TV, and we really, really need your support. The date is 28th of June, which is, of course, Stonewall Day. And there's going to be a lot of guests, including who we got? Jack Shit, Trevor Forever, Selena Jenkins, and lots of drag kings and drag queens, and lots of entertainment.
And there's something about every Friday night, One of the first 50 customers through the door win a $20 drink voucher. So, you know.
Can you walk in and walk out and walk back in again?
Yeah, you'd do that, wouldn't you?
I don't work for them, but yes, you can do that. I don't speak for them, but yes, you can do that. Excellent.
So yeah, it's a fundraiser for us, so get along and celebrate Stonewall as well.
Speaking of fundraising things, you heard about the switchboard? The Going Lesbian switchboard? It's been announced now that they've secured a $75,000
Wow.
deal over the 3 years from the Victorian government.
Oh my Lord.
Hello. So the switchboard received probably 4,800 calls, received that last year. Approximately 60% of these were from rural Victoria, and 40% were individuals under 30. So it's really important that it keeps going. So it's good to see the government get behind them.
Especially the rural kids. We're going out to Wangaratta, obviously.
That's right. So,
show.
But if you think you can help the switchboard, you can either become a counsellor or a volunteer, make donations of money. They also are after unused computer equipment and software. So if you think you can, the administration officer's number is 0401 738 996. And give them a call and help them out.
Or contact us here at the program and we'll forward on the details. That's PO Box 1414 Collingwood 3066. Got to throw it in. And don't forget. Yep.
Quickly, I just wanted to mention I am still Bri. It's an Australian...
Is that you coming out?
No.
No, okay.
I wouldn't know what my mother would say if I said I was Bri.
I could tell you.
No, it's an Australia-wide discussion group for bisexual men in relationships with gay men. Membership is also open to people of any gender who feel they may be able to provide non-judgmental moral or practical support.
Okay, well, Alison, just quickly before we have to end this segment, screening date. Where is it on? And how do I get there?
On Thursday, the 27th of June. It's at Solidarity Salon, which is 580 Sydney Road in Brunswick. It's a great community centre. Screening from 7 p.m. From 6:30 we've got dinner for a $6.50 donation. There's no charge for the
$6.50 you get dinner.
Lovely dinner. Yeah, so we'd love you to get along. You can get details. It's in this month's Lesbiana in B News or by going to our webpage, which is www.socialism.com.
Socialism.com. I like it. From the woman on my left, Alison Thorne. Thank you very much, Alison. We'll be back in the next segment. Don't go away now. Welcome back to Squeal on Bent TV Channel 31, your community station. And just before we head off to our usual claptrap of this week's news, etc., don't forget that we have our big membership renewal and new membership competition going. It's $20 for a standard membership, $15 for a concession. That's PO Box 1414 Collingwood 3066 or call 9484 1166 and we'll send you out a membership form. Yeah, 9484 1166. Yes.
77.
Oh, 77.
Shit. Anyway,
Whoever you're ringing, you can apologise to them. But there's big prizes. It's nights to stay at a hotel on Queens Road, so that was 1177. Don't ring up and complain, whoever you are, who I've just topped in. That's it. So who's got something else to say besides me?
All right, well, Australian Penthouse magazine have gone and rated the top 10 spin-off pornos. Coming up, number one was Edward Penis Hand. It just got in front of Buffy the Vampire Slayer and The Lion King. Interview with a Vibrator came in at number 10. Now, The Lion King. Now, any rumours going around about Madonna being pregnant, just don't trust them at the moment, even though it's said that her father has said that she is.
I thought you were just about to say that her father was...
No, her father's gone and said yes, she is pregnant, but basically there's been an official from her management that's officially denied, but there's also word that maybe she's just holding off till after the 4 months and make sure everything's fine before she announces it, so who knows, we'll just keep you posted. Well, I'll keep you posted anyway.
Oh yeah, because she's not as young as she used to be.
No.
Well, she in her 40s, must be in her 40s now.
Yeah, she's over 40 now. But guess what? Did you go and get your Kylie Minogue tickets today?
No.
I do know.
I should hope so. It would have been sold
That's out
out.
today.
Oh. Well, do you know they're going to announce like another 4 concerts? It happens
No,
every
well,
time.
what's happened
Not
is...
this
Oh, yeah.
time.
No. It's the Fever tour that she's done around the world that's been really, really big. So she said, all right, I've got to bring it to Australia, even though she was only here last year.
I'm going to ring up her mum.
So she's actually only bringing it to Melbourne and Sydney. None of the other Australian places are getting it because she hasn't got time. This has just been a last minute fix.
and best wishes to the Monique family. I hear there's someone not well there. So.
Yes. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully she may announce another one in Melbourne or Sydney anyway, but the other states I'm going to get it, so I have to come across here. But I got my gold ticket, so I'm excited.
No, my cousin, I won't go there, but I'm going to ring her mum anyway. Mate, what have you got this week?
I was just talking with Alison here,
While we were, how rude.
and she was just showing me this book on the gay resistance, which is actually shows the history of the gay resistance.
It's
And
not an awfully thick volume.
that's why I like it, because I can't really read anything much thicker than a new weekly.
That's what Matt and I were talking about. It's actually...
Oh, hello, yes, thank you.
Sorry, yeah, you said Sorry. There you go. Bye.
That's the kind of wonderful service you get here at Bliss Cafe on Bridge Road. Not that that was an ad.
And the staff are even better than that. let me tell you.
That's it, and what I was really saying to Matt is what's great about that book is it's designed for people who are brand new and want a quick read of gay resistance from antiquity right up to the Stonewall era.
And available
Nice and
from?
short. It's available at Solidarity Salon.
In Brunswick Street?
In Sydney Road.
Sydney
Brunswick,
Road, Brunswick,
580.
And Germany just had their first gay divorce granted in court.
Did they have gay marriage?
Well,
You'd assume
they must
so.
have.
Yeah, because I missed the whole gay marriage part.
But they separated because they had arguments about infidelity.
I don't agree with gay divorce. No.
No?
No way, no.
Why?
No?
I'm not going to talk about that this week.
Touchy subject.
Yes, very touchy subject this week.
And that's it.
And I just want to quickly, Alison, you had this other book here about Stonewall.
I did. Like, I brought in some recommended reading. I reckon that a lot of Squealers would have seen the fantastic full-length feature film Stonewall. Well, it's actually based on this book by Martin Dorberman, the historian, and I'm sure Hares and Hyenas would have copies of that. So if you want to know more, this one's a good one, and Gay Resistance, the Hidden
That
History.
reminds me actually of a series we had some time ago on Bent TV. I think I'm looking at David, our secretary over there in the corner, about the history of gay media in Australia from like the 60s and 70s. We'll have to look that one up and replay it again soon because that was a fascinating story. Monique, what have you got this week? It's out there and about.
And out there and about, just another big thank you to the Glass House Hotel who
Yay!
helped us out with over $600 in support, and thank you to Blissful Women for supplying prizes and Command Dog Training School. So thank you very much. We need all your support. So anyone else who would like to donate presents for things that we can raffle off or anything, give us a call.
Yeah, give us a call because we do need your support. Don't forget that phone number again, 9484 1177. I got it right. Excuse me, I'm just going to mention one more time that the viewing of the documentary, which is called Pioneer.
Gay Pioneers.
Gay Pioneers, that's it. It's on the 27th.
And on the 28th, Stonewall
Celebration fundraiser for
Bent
Bent TV, the Greyhound Hotel. And finally, one other fundraiser we had. It's gone. But anyway, Jude from Lesbiana on the news desk is just dying to tell you more.
Thank you. And for tonight's news, the state government has denied it is planning a ban on drag shows that vilify women. The suggestion was made by the writer of a letter to MCV, who said the government working party was looking into extending anti-vilification laws to cover gender vilification. But a spokesperson for Attorney General Rob Hulls said he had heard nothing about such a proposal. Equal Opportunity Commission member Jamie Gardner was also mystified by the suggestion of a ban on drag and said he could not see it being passed. There does not appear to be much support from the gay community for banning drag, even from those who don't particularly like it. Philomena Horsley, a researcher in gay and lesbian health and politics and the Australian Research Centre in Sex and Health and Society, said she did not find drag acts interesting or entertaining, but she did not have a problem with them being part of the gay community. Amanda Munro, who performs as a female impersonator drag entertainer at the Greyhound Hotel in St Kilda, said drag played a foundation role in gay identity and gay lifestyle. Moving on, the Central Victorian Lesbian Network is holding a women's only dance at the Historical Theatre Royal in Castlemaine. This will be on June the 29th and will run from 8 p.m. to 1 p.m. The CVLN continues supporting a policy of women meeting together to have fun, and if you don't dance, there's plenty of places in the venue where you can just sit and enjoy yourself. Sorry about that. Well, you don't have to dance to be having a good time. Melbourne Rainbow Band is having a fundraiser to raise money for their tour up to the Sydney Gay and Lesbian Games. The Rainbow Band in concert will be held at 8 p.m. on Thursday, June the 20th at Gasworks Theatre, 21 Graham Street, Port Melbourne. There's also a couple of new lesbian books to be released. One is called Wild Politics by Susan Hawthorne. This is an exciting ride into how the world could be, and is a challenging book. Susan Hawthorne's quite a well-known feminist, and this will be an interesting book to read. Also out is Bedtime for Baby Teddy. This is a self-published book by a couple of lesbians, and it is designed for lesbian parents, and it's written showing how a child can have two parents of the same sex.
I hope they get that into schools, Jude.
And that's the end of the lesbian news desk.
Yay, thanks, Jude. Thank you very much to Jude at Lesbiana Desk, and I hope that every Victorian school has a little copy of that book there, because it's there are different kinds of families, and some kids have two mothers and they don't necessarily have a father, so...
Very true.
And I've just completely lost what I was going to say. Maybe I should have another cup of coffee.
Well, what do you guys think of the ban on the drag, what Jude was saying?
I think it's... I know it does offend some people. I don't understand why. That it's just a part of, or one part of the community.
I mean, I suppose, like, you know, the gay culture, it has become like as if drag is the main thing of the gay culture, which it's not.
No.
It's a big part of it, obviously.
But it's a big part of the venues.
Yeah, but it's not all we're about. But it's like, I would hate for it to be taken away. I find it quite entertaining when I go to see it. You know, I don't go as much as I used to, so I don't see it as much as I used to. But I do. I actually really enjoy it. I think it's funny.
I think Tabitha's great. I reckon she's got the mouth like a gutter herself. My God.
I just don't know how she comes up with it on the spot like that all the time. It's just...
Thank God, viewers, for you have seen her hosting this particular program. She actually tones it down like you would not believe for this program. So if you thought she was pretty rough on this show, go and see her live down at the Exchange some night.
Certainly worth it.
Or better still, go to the Peel, one of our major sponsors here at Big TV.
Actually, there's a Melbourne Drag Talent Quest, which is going to be held at the Greyhound. It's their second one that they've had, and last year's winner's actually working on a cruise liner now. So they mustn't be very entertaining.
There must be some there must be, because I mean the venues, even the new venues or pubs or whatever, they all put on a drag show at least some night a week. So it must be pulling crowds of some description for them to be putting on a show.
Well, I must admit, when you know, I was sort of younger and first into the scene, I used to love it. It was one of the main reasons for going to a venue.
Sunday night at Pokies, years and years, what fun.
There was a Fresco bar I ever went to.
Pokies on a Sunday night.
Pokies, you know. I can remember feeling nervous going up the steps.
And that was what, all of 6-7 years ago that would have been, Alison?
Yeah, 1979.
Well, thanks very much for being on the show this week, Alison. And don't forget that film showing on the 27th down in in Sydney Road, Brunswick. That's right. Thanks very much for being on this week, Matt, Monique and Troy. Don't forget you can contact us all at squeal@start.com.au. We're going to see you again next week.
Yes,
So don't forget to drop us a line. This is Squeal on Bent TV, Channel 31, your community station. We'll see you next week. Bye now.
This program is proudly brought to you by the Peel Dance Bar, corner of Peel and Wellington Streets, Collingwood.
Just a quick reminder of our big membership renewal and a new membership competition. There's 5 nights accommodation, so 5 individual prizes, bed and breakfast at Bayview on the Park on Queen's Road, opposite Albert Park Lake. There's also, I think, fitness and, there's heaps of giveaways. So please join up. Send us your $20 or $15 concession to PO Box 1414 Collingwood 3066, or you can call, and I'm going to look this up, 9484 1177, or log on to switch.to/BentTV. We look forward to hearing from you.
Artificial. There's nothing natural about me at all. There's probably nothing natural about you either, and that's why you're watching Bent TV.